Okay, so we had a wasp problem here for about 6 years and we finally got rid of it. I'm going to show you how we did it. All right, on our Rolling Rock Hour chat.
Rolling Rock chat.
On our Rolling Rock chat, we had one viewer asked a question, how do you get rid of the wasps? They wanted to know. So this is what you're going to need. A sprayer. It doesn't have to be a 5-gallon sprayer. It could be a 1-gallon sprayer. You're going to go out and have to buy Suspend SC. This is an insecticide that leaves a residual, and when the wasps land on it, they die. Not right away. It takes some time. It's about $60. And this is Dryon. And this kills everything from carpenter ants to wasps. And you're also going to need an applicator for the Dryon. This Dryon gets filled. You fill the bulb up with that, and you spray this into the cracks. And a respirator. I use a respirator. He don't. So, it's up to you. The Dryon, and this is the reason why I use a respirator, it's crushed glass. And what this does is, it leaves a powder. When these insects go through it, it covers them up in a white powder. And they try to get it off, and they can't. And they end up scratching themselves to death, pretty much. It creates cuts on their exoskeleton, and eventually they will dehydrate. But the Dryon, they react to it immediately. The Suspend SC, it takes them a while to react to it. It leaves a residue. They will die. Angelo said there's one brand that just leaves the residue and also brings it back to the nest. But you know, the nest is usually in these sheds. So I'm going to show Angelo applying the Suspend SC first, right? The residue, and then what I'm going to do is wait a little bit till it dries, and then I'm going to apply the Dryon. The Dryon's really easy to apply. I'm going to show you this little area here. We have carpenter ants that come in from under the siding. I'm going to show you how I apply the Dryon to the siding, and on the top you apply it the same way. You just puff in some of the dust, and they'll get covered in it, and it stays for a long time. How long do you do a treatment for SC Suspend, Angelo?
I think they said, I think it's like 4 to 6 weeks.
It'll last for 4 to 6 weeks?
4 to 6 weeks. If you start to see wasps again, reapply.
Reapply it. And the same thing with the Dryon will last a long time if it's in an area that's covered. But if it rains and the area is open, it's going to wash it away. So, since this goes the Dryon goes in cracks and crevices, it'll stay for a long time. It'll stay for a year and work for a year if it doesn't get wet. And like I said, I'm going to show Angelo applying it in that shed, and then I'm going to go in and shoot it into the crevices. What we're doing here is spraying areas where the wasps make nests, where they land.
Wherever they land, they'll die.
Okay.
It doesn't repel them, but what it does is it kills them when they do come.
It kills them like a day after.
And that's the whole idea of it. Because wasps don't stay. They come and go. They come and go. So they come, they land, they go, and they'll die.
So, and then we take the dry one and we spray it in all the nooks and crannies.
Kills them instantly.
Yeah, that does kill them instantly. You actually see it
this,
dry.
This they don't take back to their nests. However, they sell another chemical that you can buy. It's the same thing. It's a suspension fluid, and that they carry back
to the nest.
To the nest, but it doesn't work as good as a knockdown as this one does. See one taking off.
Yeah. The dry one is crushed glass, and it's good for carpenter ants, all sorts of insects. They get it on them, and they can't get it off. And what they eventually do is rub themselves to death. The glass cuts them, and the crushed glass cuts them, and they pretty much bleed to death. Bleed or dehydrate. And it kills them. The reaction with that is really quick. You're spraying cracks, and if there's a bug in the crack, they'll come out.
What do we have, 50 of them come out of that hole one night?
Yeah, we sprayed a hole in there with that Dryon. Is it pronounced Dryon or dry one? Dryon?
Dryon.
It's pronounced Dryon. Sorry, guys. We sprayed a crack up there once, and about 50 wasps just came out. They weren't even able to fly. They were covered in white powder and got on the floor and just died within a few minutes of spraying it. What you do is, see, I have a problem here with carpenter ants trying to get in the house. So I go ahead and spray it like this. That's exactly how it goes on. And it leaves a residue. It leaves powder in the area. They're coming in from here. But you would treat the whole house. You'd go around the whole siding and treat it. And there's the residue. And it keeps them from coming in. Or any kind of insects. They'll walk through it, and then you'll see their reaction immediately. So let's say I want to treat this house. I do this. And this will keep carpenter ants out. They won't come in. Now, we treated the base around the house for carpenter ants. And then what you do with this is, let's say you got a crack there, you would blow it right into the crack. Let me go on here, I'll show you. Okay. Really not many cracks here, but see up there? You would blow it into each one. It would stay there, and eventually they'd die. You could work it around windows too, if you had space. We hired someone to cork everything for us because it was so bad of a problem. But once you do this, I guarantee you they won't come back. So here's how you apply it. Open that up, shake it, turn it upside down, over, do what you have to, turn it upside down. Watch. That's some big areas. That's all you need. See the dust? I don't put it over here. There's really, if you want to, you could put it up here, but I don't. I just like putting it in the eaves here. Now I'm going to do the outside. Well, it's as simple as that. We treated both sheds with the SC Suspend and the Dry-On. And I showed a quick demo on how it applies to cracks and how to spray it in. It's really good stuff to use. It's got a long shelf life, and good luck.